Hello everyone, my name is Crow and this is Uncharted Expeditions. This is episode 14. So last time we set up our mechanical crafters. I think we're only going to ever need 25 of them. And so I made, let's see, I made the machine frames. And the machine frames are going to be the basis for all of our thermal expansion machines. And then also modular routers once we actually get into those. But another thing that the mechanical crafters can do is they can create things, and with the most important one being the crushing wheels. So I just took this opportunity to just whip up a crushing wheel. I don't know if we'll actually get into setting up a crushing kind of setup today or not. But I wanted to get it started. So because um, our our water wheel is really it's doing some work, that is for sure. It's just it's a tired a tired little water wheel. But what I'd like to do today is I'd like to take those machine frames we made last time and start generating some power and making some machines. So I have in here my backpack, and these are all the things that we're gonna kind of start working on today. So, oh, and there's the crushing wheels. So that'll kind of just sit in this barrel here until we're ready for it. Between episodes, I made another one of these little silos. I have a plan for, I have another one over there, and I have a plan for that. But over here, this is where I'm going to start making kind of my, that's going to be like my machine room. So, all right, so let's get into it. First things first, we're going to make a pulverizer. And the pulverizer is going to be the basic machine for thermal expansion. That's how I'm going to make dusts. And dust is how I'm going to get kind of further into the mod. The next I need, I took a trip over to the nether, made a blaze burner because I'm going to need some kind of power generation. And to do that, I'm going to use a Stirling dynamo. Stirling dynamos require coal or other burnable materials to make power. So I'm just going to plonk this guy down here. And the Stirling dynamos, if you look, they have this little red nub. So that nub does need to be facing down into whatever machine or thing it's powering. I think I might be able to rotate this guy. Yes. Okay. All right, so now my pulverizer, as soon as I give this guy some power, should start making power. There we go. And then the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to start cooking up some nickel. All right, and so the raw nickel, and actually most of the ores, I'm actually going to be using the pulverizer to process most of my ores. So I have a 25% chance of getting an extra nickel dust, which isn't quite as good as my guaranteed process with the embers rekindled because I get 3 nuggets for every ore I smelt. However, if I do anything to boost it using like flint or any kind of other catalyst, I can get an extra chance of that. All right, 6, and I'm going to need the iron as well. I'm not sure how much nickel I put in there, so I actually don't know. I don't know if I got anything out of it, but I'm starting 8 here. I definitely didn't get any copper. Yeah, not really getting lucky with these guys. Oh, there you go. See, I got an extra dust. once I have the induction smelter, then I have a 50% chance of getting an extra whole ingot. I don't have to worry about the dust and everything. And I get like a little bit of nickel guaranteed, but I can get more if I put in a catalyst. So this is going to be the best way to process my stuff using the induction smelter. All right. So in order to make the induction smelter, I'm going to need Invar. So I need 8 Invar, and to do that, I will need an Invar blend, and it's a 2-to-1 iron to nickel. Oh, actually, so because I grabbed enough to make exactly what I needed without any doubling, so it looks like I got lucky. Okay, so let me go cook this up. I don't actually have a furnace over here, do I? Oh, now here's a question. Can I? No, I cannot. I don't think I actually have like a regular furnace in my Ember setup over here. I will have to pop over to my regular place here. Okay, and while that's cooking up, I'll do one of the next things on my list, which is to create a battery. I think that the accumulator from Create Crafts and Additions is going to be my best bet. It's a multi-block, and so I think I need to, it looks like it's a 2x2x2, so I'm going to need 8 of these guys. And so what I need to do is if I need 8 of these guys, I need 16 capacitors. Apparently I don't have enough copper sheets. That's odd. Right, I will need to make more copper sheets. Oh, you know what? I might have. Let's head back to my Ember's place. My Ember setup is still, until I get everything else up and going, it's still a pretty good way of processing stuff, especially in the block form. I think it converts or processes like one block, and at the same speed that it normally processes one like single ore. And because of the geologic separator, it actually spits out an entire ingot of like the secondary product, like gold or lead, or in this case, it was gold. So. I need one more. Okay, and then we will. Oh, you know, I did have it over here. Okay. Okay, and final capacitors. Okay, so I have 16 capacitors, and so I should be able to make 8 accumulators. Oh, and then I have. I really should figure out a better crafting. Let's see, I need to make these. I need 2 Invar gears, and then I can make my induction smelter. Perfect. So I guess the real question is, how is this accumulator gonna work? Okay, it looks like it is. It's kind of like the tanks, or I can have separate ones. Um, it may be worth it to like see how big I can go. I mean, it wasn't like super, but so that's 2 million. Um, I mean, it doesn't look like I'm not getting any value by adding them all together, right? Like 16 is just 8 times 2, so like making a bigger one isn't necessarily better as far as storage goes. Um, but it doesn't look like it's outputting it automatically into this thing. I thought it did. Let's have a look here. Multi-block structure, store large amounts, output connector, blocks placed on the, will actively push energy to blocks placed on the top. Okay, so here's a good question. So I have some of these connectors. Uh, give me my create wrench. So I think this is in, and that's nothing, and then that's out, right? So that's not gonna let me, like, yeah, I need to connect that together. Okay, I will need to. Okay, this is going in. I need another node though. Small connector. Right? Because then I can do this. Because this, okay. So then that should be in, and then I need to give this power. And hopefully this thing won't explode. So that is pushing out. I think this is going in now. Okay, it's pushing out. All right. Now is this one, it is getting power. Okay, so there we go. So now I have a buffer of 16 million that is being distributed to the two machines. How much do I get out of each of these? I get 116. 160,000. Okay. I mean, I think that's going to be fine, right? Because that's... Okay. And I'm only generating 40 arithmetic, so... So what I'd like to do is I'd like to start looking at getting into the resource production using the drilling machines. And if we look at this, we have to find an ore vein. Okay, and so we need a drilling machine or a fluid extractor. However, The drilling machine, for example, can get so like if I find like a gem vein, then it'll pull out all these ones in the overworld. If I get an ore vein, it'll pull out all these guys. What I really need is this: lead, nickel, silver, and tin. This is going to be what I really, really need. This is in a dimensional dungeon ore veins. And so I can start setting this up. I'm going to need lubricant anyways. And so my priority needs to be this guy right here, the fluid well extractor. I'm going to need a bunch of chocolate because these are white chocolate sheets. That's one each. This is 6 each. So this right here, I need 24. The precision mechanisms, those are easy. The white chocolate casings, that's easy. The hose pulley, caramel, it's pretty easy. The sturdy sheet, I need powdered obsidian. So how can I get powdered obsidian? Crushing wheels. So I was hoping this would be a pulverizer recipe. Apparently not. Okay, and the mechanical drill is just andesite on. Okay, so I can actually get all of these. It's just this guy. This guy is the problem. Okay, so apparently I'm setting up my crushing wheels. Oh boy. Okay, I think I'm ready to go. What I need is I made some chutes, made a bunch of things actually. So I made some chutes. This is going to pull out of the crushing wheels. So the crushing wheels is going to happen here. I should have be able to have another chute come in here, and the chutes are kind of like hoppers, except they don't have an inventory in them. And then I should be able to put another barrel here, and this is going to be kind of like my input chest. All right, so if I put the crushing wheels here, right, they should take whatever I put in here and then crush it as it goes down. And then once it's finished crushing, it should go into this chute and put into this barrel here. I'm also going to need a also going to need a good way to get lava going here. I thought I had a depot. Should I not have a depot? I do. And then I'll do my standard faucet to fill this with um, whatever I want. In this case, it will be. I'm gonna have to. Ah, perfect. All right. So this should do it because the obsidian, when I crush it, I get. Oh, I have a chance to get it back. So now I just need to make these things run. They do need to spin in opposite directions. A gearbox should take care of that. Uh, I think this will work. I mean, I think that's gonna work. This is like super janky, and that's okay. I got some water. Shall we use some sugar water? I think we'll use some sugar water. Uh, okay. And that's working. So let's just throw 6 in there. Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. So it. Oh, I see what happened. So it did it all at once. That is totally acceptable. So this I need a telecore. And if you remember, this is how we make precision mechanisms. 2 precision mechanisms. Oh, great. These apparently don't stack. This is why you're supposed to do them on an actual like line of yeah. There we go. Okay, so now that I have the 3 sturdy sheets, I have my 2 precision mechanisms, I have my electron tubes. I think I whipped up a hose pulley already. So I can actually probably get this thing going. This fluid well extractor. That would be pretty sweet. I have some bad news. I can't do, so this thing that I made down here, the fluid well extractor, is actually not what I need. Because this is used to get infinite milk, honey, or acid, and that's it. So what I need instead is something different. I need the pump jack. So much more complicated than I was thinking. So I don't know if this is something that I'm going to be able to do right now because I'll have to look into exactly how I'm going to set this up. But I'm going to have to go to the Dino dimension again and go down to bedrock, and then set this up after I find a fluid well, or not a fluid well, after I find an oil chunk. But the real problem is this right here. I have the ability to make this with the mechanical crafters, and I can make engine pistons. I've already made a couple. But this is the problem right here. Steel and steel. Steel ingots can only be made with either steel dust, but that requires an ingot. And so I need iron and coke. The only way to get coke is in a pyrolyzer. So now I'm making, now I'm doing the pyrolyzer thing. I nickel and copper together make Constantin. Okay. All right. So now I have a pyrolyzer. I need some kind of... Okay. There we go. And nope, apparently I'm doing it. Doing it a stack at a time. Okay. I mean, I can do this temporarily. Throw some coal in there. Coal, coal. And we're going to input on the up. Perfect. So now I can make steel. And I have a bunch of creosote oil too. I don't know if this is going to be worth anything. Um, like, I don't even know what this is used for. I guess to keep these guys, if he has a straw. Okay, I mean, I guess I'll try and keep it, but... okay, well, I think that's it. I think we're going to call it for today. Hopefully next time we can get started in some oil production. That would be nice to kind of get going. So yeah. So thanks for watching. If you have any tips or tricks or anything, leave them down below in the comments. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.